Now I am super excited to announce to the stage one of my colleagues from the Play Magnus group. As I mentioned earlier today, Play Magnus is a chess company. It's named after world chess champion Magnus Carlsen. But in an hour or so when we start mingling, please do not come up to Arne and me and ask us about the game of chess, because we have no clue. We work with chess on a daily basis. We love the game. We're mesmerized by its history, the complexity of the game, working with these chess geniuses. But man, it's a tough game to learn, and I'm positive that there's a bunch of people in here who are much better at chess than both of us. Arne is an experienced communication professional with expertise in bringing impossible ideas to life. He has a bunch of experience from event management, sponsorship strategy, and has held management positions in anything from large companies to exciting startups. And he was one of the key players in starting the Champions Chess Tour back in 2020. It is an exciting chess format where you see the brightest chess geniuses in the world compete over the board in an online format. And before we bring Arne to the stage, here's something to kick it off.
Chess, an ancient game. This version of the game can be traced 1500 years back, and the current line of world champions actually reaches back to 1886. Chess has often been associated with words like strategy, intelligence, and tradition. But innovation, not so much.
This is the 9th tournament on the tour, and these 16 players will fight it out in the last regular event before the big $300,000 tour final.
Wesley's smiling. He knows it's going to be all over soon. 20 seconds and Magnus wins.
Wow, look at that! Magnus Carlsen in Armageddon.
Wow, White can checkmate in 2 moves if he just brings his queen across 2 squares. Checkmate is unstoppable. Black's king caught in the middle of the board. Nakamura, he just resigns.
Wow.
That was so sudden. Shocking stuff.
Until 2 years ago, the best chess players in the world could only compete in super tournaments happening with offline tournaments over the board. There were no professional broadcasts reaching a wide audience, only simpler productions aimed at the die-hard chess fanatics. In Play Magnus Group, we saw this gigantic hole in the market, and we decided to invest, to disrupt, and to innovate in order to reinvent this ancient game into a fun, immersive, and exciting online viewer experience.
Here we go, the finals has started.
No, but this is losing. Beautiful. I love
3
it.
seconds. Oh, can he
He's done it. Checkmate is about to happen. What are they doing? Amazing checkmate there.
We decided to make chess a full-fledged esport. And the result? Meltwater Champions Chess Tour. The first time in the history of chess that the best chess player is decided over a full season of online tournaments. 44 of the best chess players around the globe participated in an action-packed, unmissable new speed chess format.
Ah, there it is, the final game and the final win for Magnus Carlsen in the 2021 season. What a performance it's been by the world champion.
Thank you. I'm actually here to speak about chess. And you could say why chess, but not only chess, but also how to make an online chess tour connect to the importance of indoor air quality. And to show the importance of that to make the best cognitive decisions and performances. And we have been so lucky to partner with Airthings now from the start of the tour. And I'm going to use these 15 minutes to speak about the reasoning why, some of the activations we have done, and also some of the results. So, as mentioned earlier, this tour was started as a response to the COVID outbreak. And when the world shut down, not only did everybody have to stop to work from everywhere, but chess players and chess tournaments also stopped. So not only normal people with normal jobs had to stay at home in order to do what they want to do, the best chess players in the world also had to stay in their homes. And this gave us and Airthings a unique opportunity to focus on the relevance of air quality when you have to perform, make decisions, and reason from your home. And who are really better ambassadors for cognitive performance than the world's best chess players? And what we did was to set up air quality monitors in the homes of selected top chess players, so that we could monitor the air quality from their homes while they were playing. If they breathe better, they play better. And we were able to integrate this into our journalistic production in the broadcast, and let's see some examples of that from the first season.
Magnus Carlsen and Maxime Vachier-Lagrave, they're going to need their good air quality now because it is game 4 in the last semi-final match between them.
Look at Maxime Vachier-Lagrave's air quality, actually. It's not great right now.
No.
Very high CO2 levels,
Yes.
not great humidity.
And that's actually surprising because Maxime has been consistently playing with great air quality.
Yeah. He's been one of the best out of everyone.
Yes.
And that's shown in his play. He was so impressive. I mean, up to yesterday, pretty much, he was extremely impressive in this tournament. Great air quality, great
Air quality that we see integrated in the graphics, and how the chess players in what they're doing in their moves and the games, how the air quality in their homes are reflected by, or the games and the quality of the games are reflected here. And also discussing and then what the players could do in order to improve the different scores on these graphics. For instance, here we have the issue with humidity for Magnus in a cold winter day in Norway, and then what to do, and then actually what Jovanka is doing now is getting a reply for Airthings that, okay, how to improve your humidity? Shower with the door open, do things like this. So, taking a 1,500-year-old game and re-innovating it into a popular e-sport that requires a lot of work and some really determined and good partners. And as mentioned, Airthings was one of the first partners that tagged along on this insane journey to popularize chess tournaments for a wide audience. And through the partnership, we have been able to do a lot of different types of content and production to showcase the bridge between chess games, air quality, and the best players in the world.
Air quality isn't the first thing that comes to mind when you think about chess and esports, but it affects our focus, decision-making, health, sleep, and more. What's in the air you breathe? Find out with Airthings.
We have been able to create a very cool line of partnership. When we started this tour, we started to speak to Norwegian companies with a global footprint, because here in Norway, we already knew that doing chess tournaments targeted for a wide audience is something that is really cool, and that a wide audience really finds interesting as long as you produce it in a good way. But during these 2 years, what we have seen is that we also have reached the attention of other major global brands that now sees the unleashed potential of partnering with chess in 2022. And the tour itself, when it was started as a response to COVID, was itself a leap of innovation. But the big question was, of course, will the interest still be there after year 1? When COVID had ended, when people started to get back to their normal lives, will people still find it interesting to follow online chess tournaments and a chess tour? And I would say that we could say that we have a good answer to that. This season, the tour has 9 tournaments, 8 of which has been played, and 1 final tournament that's going to be played. Each has a specific name and focus. And the first tournament this season was the Airthings Masters. With the partnership we have with Airthings, they have the ability to then have the naming rights for a specific tournament. And as we can soon are going to see, viewership and reach was not too shabby. In February 2022, we had 1.3 million hours watched for that single tournament with over 4.6 million views. And when you see the reach in both social media and news media, we had more than 47,000 posts mentioning Airthings and Airthings Masters in a post. And we had a press reach from more than 2,500 articles speaking about the Airthings Masters. And you see that the reach in the English language was insane, but also in German, French, and Spanish. And you also see the different outlets that brought this news out to the world. Quite impressive, both names and numbers. Another thing that we think is really cool is that when you see on the media mention of the Airthings brand itself, when we measure this with our meltwater media monitoring dashboard, we see that Airthings as a brand has been mentioned about 6,000 times so far in media. But you see in February, during the Airthings Masters, close to half of the mentions was in connection to that tournament. Showcases the strength of being a naming partner for one of our tournaments. In addition to integrating devices into the production and speaking about that on broadcast, we also do a lot of other content for our partners. For instance, last year, we did some really cool content with somebody who's going to come up on stage later today, who has been kind of good on the downhill skis and won some Olympic gold medals and stuff. He was taught how to play chess by our in-house grandmaster, David Howell, while Axel then tried to teach the English grandmaster, David Howell, how to ski. I would say that Axel probably became a much better chess player than David did in the downhill slopes. But yeah, this is something you can find on YouTube. It's quite funny, actually. This season, we did some other specific content with Airthings. We tested out how it is to play chess in the different types of conditions. Here we have David Howell and our in-house chess expert, Askild Bryn, who first tried to play chess in a sauna, then tried to play chess while ice dipping, and finally went into the Munch Museum to play chess there. And we're going to see a short recap of this segment. And if you wonder why David is sitting with a hat over his face while he's playing chess, it's because that the playing strength is so different. David is such much better chess player than Askild, so we take away his eyes so he cannot see the board. He has to think the board inside his head while he's playing chess in a sauna with 95 degrees.
This is our first location. We're about to play chess in the sauna behind us. The numbers are going to be crazy on the Airthings device. We estimate maybe 90 degrees Celsius. It's not normally the conditions I would want to play chess in.
But I think it will be quite interesting to see how it goes. And also, you get to check out this work of art. C3. Okay. The second wave. The second wave. It's quite humid now.
It's like an oven.
Queen C2.
Sneaky.
Ooh, I'm so sweaty now. It's tough to focus.
Oh, this hat is killing me.
Knight G3. Alright, the clock is completely dead. The chess clock is not working. It's well above 90 degrees now.
I know, I can feel it. I can barely talk. Oh my god.
King G1. Rook. The PM level, the pollution levels, is way above what's recommended.
Whoa.
So it's probably from the fire we have here.
I need to get this game over and done with.
Bishop C2. That's just a big fat blunder.
Knight F3 check.
There it is. Good game. You can take the hat
Good
out.
game. Oh wow. Shall I bomb in? Shall I properly dive? can't feel my nether regions.
Ooh.
Check.
Good game. So now we play chess at two bad locations in terms of air quality.
And now we need somewhere to compare those two locations with.
Temperature, 22 degrees, and humidity, 40%. Oh, I'm low on time as well. G3.
H5.
This looks busted. I thought I had you by the ropes, but
What can I say? I'm a tricky guy even when I'm wearing a hat.
good game.
Cheers, good game.
This was a 2-minute highlight of a 6.5-minute segment, so check that out on YouTube as well. It's quite funny to see with a little bit more also explanations for the different posts. Other thing that we have been able to do during this partnership was to have guests from Airthings in studio. And we have had guests that has been on stage here earlier today. Joachim, for instance, as Kaja mentioned, he was showed up to be quite a decent chess player, much better than we can say that we are. So he was actually able to participate in the commentary and speak about the games and development of the games. But just as relevant, of course, was to fill this broadcast with topics relevant to air quality and cognitive performance. And it's really nice to be able to integrate this in a natural way so that it is the viewers find it educational more than putting a message into their faces, you can say. Another cool thing is that from time to time, we let our partners use our studio to do content creations either for internal or external use. And then it's interesting to see that people who are normally really safe and confident on a stage and delivering messages daily basis, when you get the cameras on and you sit there with the lights and you have one specific sentence you are supposed to deliver, it's not always that easy to get that exact sentence out.
And you can go to and from the yes.
Are we doing the whole thing again? Yes!
Go to airthings.com to see the we can ridiculous. Go to airthings.com to see the go to airthings.com to see the go to airthings.com to see the overview of the air quality for all our air. Can you save it? Will you buy the product?
Yeah, fine. Yeah. Going on the website tonight. First thing.
Go to airthings.com to follow the air quality for all our Airthings ambassadors. Okay, David.
Okay,
now.
Is that good enough?
That's good.
Good job, Arne. We were briefly touching upon both the viewership and the reach of the first tournament this season, the Airthings Masters. So that was quite well, but we were also really anxious/excited to see how would the reach continue throughout this second season of the tour. And I think we can say that it has gone quite well. Chess is, and the tour is more popular than ever. It was not only a COVID kind of fling. As you can see that when we first speak about news media, in 2021, we had 7,100 articles speaking about the tour. So far in 22, 17,300 articles. And in social media, 93,700 posts about the tour. So far this year, 167,428. That was 2 days ago. So let's say 168,000, yeah. But as you see, the interest is still absolutely out there for the Meltwater Champions Chess Tour and for chess. There's been some topics lately that has increased the interest as well, but some say all PR is good PR. At least the intention is definitely there. But we still have one tournament left, and I want to finish my 15 minutes with just a short teaser so that everybody knows that from November 14th to November 20th, from 9 p.m. every evening. You can then sit down, enjoy Kaja, David, and Jovanka in the studio, and of course the chess players, fighting it out for the final tournament in this season to decide who's going to end up with the last prizes. So just a quick teaser for the next tournament to say thank you.
The Meltwater Champions Chess Tour 2022 finals will include 8 of the best chess players in the world. 4 of them will be playing from Shack 15 at the iconic Ferry Building in San Francisco, and 4 of them will be playing from their homes. It's going to be a great event and a fantastic final to an amazing season of spectacular chess. It's all starting on November 14 at 12 p.m. Eastern and 9 p.m. CET.
Thank you.
I think we have time for one question. Any questions? Okay.
Which opening to use? No? Thank you.
Thanks, Arne.